all these medals and words on him. Yeah.
Now, all right, for Vietnam, then these are the Vietnam ribbons. So, this is my expert rifle ribbon, rather medal, that I got for shooting expert. This is in every when you go in, you'll get one of these, which is a National Defense Medal. You get one automatically once you join the service. They give you one of these things. This is when I was at the ice at the South Pole.
You were in the South Pole?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
South Pole. This one is good conduct. I only got one. If you'll notice on my good conduct ribbon, for every 4 years you're supposed to get a star. Well, since I was an asshole,
I don't see any stars on
since I was an asshole, all I got was just one. This here is a Vietnam ribbon that the government, U.S. government, gives you, and if you were attached to the Marines, signed to the Marines at any time while you were there, you get a little Marine emblem, and then the stars. Those designate your stars. This one is a National Defense Medal. Oh, this is Vietnam. This is a Vietnam government medal.
Not many of them have that.
That they give you.
Tell them why you have it, Earl.
And well, it's because I was on that last Black Ops thing.
And he was contracted actually to the Saigon government.
Ooh.
And this one is Vietnam, another Vietnam that the Vietnamese government gives you for being over there and everything. Those are all the medals. But they don't always give medals with the ribbons. This one is combat action. That's where I got shot at. This one is unit citation. And this one is my good conduct, which don't show a whole hell of a lot. National Defense ribbon goes with your, where'd it go? National Defense. Here we go. This one matches this one. This one is Vietnam medal ribbon that you wear when you go over. You get a ribbon, and then each time you go over, you get a star on it.
So that shows 3 times then. Huh?
That was 3 times. 3 years. South Pole. This is the Vietnam ribbon with the stars. This is the Vietnamese campaign. This one is let's see. That's my rifle. That's another Vietnamese unit. And this one is Vietnam. It's
What were you doing in the South Pole?
well, I got a sign down there. See, the thing is, I thought what I would do was, after putting 2 tours in Vietnam, that they would give me orders to take the family.
No, we just got married.
And what happened
Got
was,
married when he was sent to the South Pole.
they didn't want to do that.
You're jumping ahead,
And they didn't want to let us go at first.
Daddy. She asked you, why were you at McMurdo?
McMurdo? I was working with the scientists.
What scientists were doing in the South Pole?
Oh, all the nations are down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
But what are they doing?
Environmental, wasn't it?
They're doing experimental, they're exploring, they're doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Trying to find out about the South Pole.
Tell them about the pier that you put in.
Oh,
It's a funny story.
they couldn't get the ships in. They sent in the Coast Guard for the icebreakers, and they broke up the thing, and they were just landing the boxes and the cargo off the ship and putting it on land that they had down there discovered.
I thought they
So they decided they were going to build a pier. So they drilled all these pilot holes and everything else, and they ran everything through it.
Well, cheers.
And then they put the pier together, and after it was done, it was so heavy that it broke off.
They attached it to ice.
Well, the land, well, the what little land was underneath it was
Yeah,
so,
but it was mostly ice.
yeah, the
And it was
land,
supposed to have been a floating pier.
well, it wasn't a floating, it was supposed to be a land pier. And then what they did was they put it on this shelf, and it broke off, and it floated out in the water. And that was it. So the ships couldn't tie up to it, had a hard time landing supplies for everything. And it was funny. I watched it as it and it went and it floated right out to
How
the
far did it float before it sank?
well,
Did they have pontoons under it?
no. No, it was just piles. And then it was hung over. It had here's a land like this, and then here is your pier, and then you had it was supposed to be anchored here in the back, and then out here was loose, and all of a sudden when it broke off, and it went out, and it broke off.
Yeah, that right.
Actually, I have, let's see, this one here was my good conduct. I only got one of them.
Well, you got one at least, huh?
Well, I wasn't too bad of an asshole. And, but these are my ribbons that I got. And then if you decide to stay, if you can put up with all the horse shit, I suggest, remember, they're going to yell at you.
Oh.
They're going to make your life miserable. They're going to make your life miserable, and when you retire, you get a flag box, and they'll give you a flag. Now, when I die, I'll get I can get when I croak, I can get a military guard to come over and shoot their rifles, and she'll get a flag.
You're being cremated though.
Yeah, but that's right. We can put a cremate out there in the graveyard, and then basically I can get, and then basically they can put it over the thing there, you know, and you'll get a folded flag, and they give you a flag with it.
Are you supposed to be buried somewhere?
Well, I'm going to get cremated,
Uh-huh.
and I can.